Today we're going to talk about what it takes to prepare your land for building. Before we break ground, we need to have the land cleared with enough access and a lot of other things that need to be done before we can even get there. Okay, so today we are helping a fellow YouTuber get his land ready to build on, and we're going to take you for a ride. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Morning, morning.
How you doing, man?
Doing good. How are you? Good to see you.
So this is Matt.
Hey.
Some of you guys may know him. Like I said, we're going to talk about what it is that you need to do before we can break ground, because obviously we can't build on here. Not yet, but by the end of the video, we'll be ready. Leroy, you want to get your tools right quick?
Yeah, they're inside the truck.
We'll get them.
If I could get to them, if I could open the truck.
What do you mean?
Lock the keys in the truck.
So Matt says that he's got a few ways he can open that window. I guess first order of business, we need to get this truck open because we got tools in there that we need.
It works, but I need something to get wedged in between it to get this in.
I already know what's going to happen.
What?
By the end of the show, we're going to need a new door.
No.
Right? What, Leroy? Plan B?
Plan B, break the window.
No, Matt's eager to do that. Don't say that around here. Anywhere else, it'd be fine. Well, you got to break that the tip off.
No, you don't.
Have you never broken into a car before, Leroy? Leroy's making a breakthrough here. All right, Leroy. So you got the antenna?
Yes, I got the antenna. Dust off the fingerprint.
What are you doing?
I need something to wedge in between here.
You got it, Leroy?
No, you're not doing anything. Easier way.
What are you doing?
No.
I'm watching. That's what I'm afraid of.
Not that one. You're going to be in my way.
I told you to break that off.
Oh, you got it, Leroy.
That's right. Got it.
All right, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to set up our level to shoot grades. Typically, I like to keep the level close to the ground. However, because there's a lot of brush, this level needs a clear line of sight to be able to shoot elevations. So that's why we're setting it up as high as we can right now. Usually we use a grade stick, but today I'm just going to get Leroy to go up and down. And what we'll do is we'll get a reading on the tape measure. I think you're too high. Oh, wow.
That's not right.
That's right. But it's
Okay,
not.
come down, come down.
That looks so
Right
much
there.
higher than
That's 79 inches. We're going to mark this with a cross so we know. Oh, Leroy's going to be too short. Right there, 90.
Crazy.
All right,
75, 90.
so that's 15 inches from there to here difference.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go that way.
Matt, I'm going to need your assistance again.
Right there, 90. So that's still level. That's 76, 78. Okay, so we shot 4 corners roughly, 75, 90, 90, and 76. So we roughly have 15 inches of slope. However, we still have to build the foundation up. That's just assuming on the ground. So we still got to add 12 inches to all that. So 15 plus 12, we are at 27 inches at the highest point. That's actually very good. You do not ever want to build your slab on the ground. Remember, you need at least 6 inches slope away from your foundation for positive flow. So we always go 12 just to make sure. We're going to shred as much as we can with this mower, but we have a skid steer on the way. Matt's skid steer, it's broken, so we can't use that. So I had to call my buddy Zach at Equipment Share and said, man, I need your help. I need a skid steer ASAP. So he said he might be able to have one here for us about noon. So he has never failed me yet, so I'm trusting that he'll have one by then. So in the meantime, we're going to start doing as much as we can by hand. I thought you were going to get a Tommy machine gun and just mow everything down.
We could do that. It's very inefficient. It's way more fun though.
All right.
Ready?
Ready.
Let's do it.
Feeling mean, I'm feeling mean. Tonight I'm feeling mean, I'm feeling mean. Tonight I'm feeling mean. Gonna make an ugly scene. Tonight I'm feeling mean, I'm feeling mean.
All right, so as you guys can see, we got this pretty much cleared out. We got all that grass mowed down. So you would think this is ready to build on. Well, not quite. As you guys can see, we found a lot of stumps in here. So there were some shrubs here. We just cut those flush at the ground, but those need to be taken out. There's a big stump right here. This needs to be removed for sure before we can build on it. And the other thing we need to discuss is access to the property. If you guys saw on the way in, there's a lot of trees that are in the way. Remember, we have to bring concrete trucks in here. That's the big thing. So the next thing we need to do is go on the road and make sure we can trim everything that we can to be able to bring a concrete truck in here. The worst time to find out that you cannot bring a concrete truck into here is when the truck is on the way, fully loaded, and they're calling you, telling you they can't get in, because once they load that concrete, you bought it. So if they can't get it to the job site, it's on you. So be very careful with that. All right, so here's the plan. Concrete trucks are about 13 feet tall. Leroy's got a little trick up his sleeve. All right, go. Drop the tape all the way to the bottom. All right, so we have 11 feet.
11.
So we need to add 2 more feet to that, Leroy. All right, so we tape the broomstick to the level.
And tape the tape.
Yeah, and tape the tape to the, and right now the tape is simply for reference.
Texas Barndominium, super professional channel, guys.
Okay,
All right, Leroy,
right there.
right there,
Where we at?
We're at 12 and a half.
12 and a half
Get
feet,
taller, Leroy.
Okay, now?
That's it, 13 and a half.
13 and a
almost.
half. All right, Leroy, so just hold it right there. You know what? So we don't lose the point of reference, let's tape the level to your hand. All right, Leroy, so,
Top of that pole is 13. We need to cut
god dang, Leroy.
those two. Okay.
All right, we got to chop those 2 down.
How wide is a concrete truck?
Well, they're 8 feet wide. I mean,
Okay, so it'll fit.
yeah,
So they're
the
just tall.
TxDOT, the most you can be is 8.5 feet wide on the road.
Gotcha.
So I think they're about 8 feet wide.
Yes, sir.
Especially the top is only just the hopper, so
Right.
it's pretty narrow.
Tonight I'm feeling mean, I'm feeling mean. Tonight I'm gonna pick myself a fight. If some deserving dirtbag a black eye, and if he swings at me, then I'll bust that sucker's knee. 'Cause tonight I'm feeling.
All right, so as you guys can see, this is pretty tight right here. We're clearing as much as we can. We're trying to save that tree right there, right behind Matt, but I don't think we're gonna be able to.
I like that tree,
I know,
but I like concrete trucks more. It is right in the way.
it is. So I think once we take that tree out, it's gonna open it right up. right, so as you guys saw, we got all the brush cleared out, and then we selected a site that we can use. Now we're gonna scrape all the vegetation off the surface. Very important, before you start your foundation, get all the vegetation off the surface. That is something that we typically do, so if we're building for you, we'll do that before we get there. But however, as far as clearing land, you know, let's go through a quick checklist. We need access. Number one, access for concrete trucks. Number two, the location needs to be cleared out at least a minimum of 10 feet beyond the perimeter of where the slab's gonna be. So, you know, that's on 3 sides. Obviously the front, we need full access for concrete trucks. If it's a big foundation, we may need a concrete pump. So we need a lot of access. The other thing we haven't talked about is water and electricity. Those are 2 other things that you need to have on location. Obviously, if you don't have access to water, we have done rain collection in the past, or any solution, right? So there's many different ways to go about it. Obviously, get with your electric co-op and they can get you power out there, or I don't know, some people go completely off the grid, so that's always an option. Anyway, we're gonna get back to work. Leroy's over here making short work of this with that big skid steer that we got from Equipment Share. So glad that they were able to get here pretty quick, because otherwise there's no way we would have finished this today. All right, so as you guys can see, it's cleared out now. It's ready to build. And like I said, you want to get all that grass out of there. Grass is bad for you, or for your foundation. I know in the past I've told you that grass is like fibers for the concrete. Well, that was a joke. So if you saw that episode, that was a joke, okay? I really don't know what's going on here. Matt has a project. Like I said, he just got us here to give him a hand with this. So Matt, what are you doing here?
Well, we have a building that I need built, and I think you're just the guy to help me. It's gonna be, we need a slab. It's gonna be smaller than what you normally build, but it's gonna be more epic. That's all I want to say for now.
He said more epic. I don't know. Have you guys seen, we built some pretty epic stuff, but this is Matt. Demolition Matt, I call him. So I trust him. So you're gonna have to come back next time and see what's going on here. Until then, we are Texas Barndominiums. Say bye, Leroy.
Bye. We'll see you next time.